Hi and welcome back to DML. So we are going to be opening some divine chests on our Android account right now. And we're hoping that we'll at least get one of the dragons. I mean, I think we're only one piece away from getting the Changeling. Oh, I guess we'll get 40 pieces for it. Well, there you go, dragon completed. There is the Changeling. Intriguing. If only I could have gotten those 40 pieces much earlier on. Or 40 pieces for any of the other dragons, because, I mean, I don't have any use for that, but, I mean, I guess we have 2 of them now. I guess that's a thing, but we do have all these other tickets that we need to spend as well, so we'll go ahead, open all of these, see what we can get. I'm hoping that we can get the Glamourous. I mean, the Red Talon's cool as well. Obviously, I have no hope for the Chang'e dragon, but the Glamourous is a cute little dragon. Is basically like the female version of the, what's it called? Vibrant? There's the Vibrant and the Glamourous. Such weird names for dragons, to be honest. But I do want her. I want her blue counterpart as well. I just don't think that, because I'm basically giving up on the Divine event, well, the Dragon's Delight event, and I haven't been doing the boss challenge, I doubt greatly we'll be getting these other dragons here. Not that it matters that much, though, because this isn't even on my main account. But, you know, this is what I get for being lazy. This is what happens. You know, if you just give up on the events and don't even try them, obviously, you're not going to unlock all the chest dragons, which is fair enough. I mean, technically speaking, you could never open a chest dragon until you've opened, like, literally single pieces for every chest. So that'd be, like, what, 120 for the Chang'e, 40 for all the others, and 80 for the epics as well, obviously. So, I don't know, you could go through like 1,000 chests and still not get all of them. But, I mean, that's what we got so far, so we do have this guy that will have to hatch soon enough. But in other DML news, like I said, I'm still trying to breed for this fairy, and you know, level 17 isn't cutting it. And I can easily afford the food. I'm going to bump him up to level 22. To just try and boost our odds ever so slightly. And I don't know where our black armor is. Is he over here somewhere? I cannot see the guy. Oh, wait, he's there. He's there. I found him. I found him. So we'll level up this guy as well. Just a couple more levels. You know, game, I'm not asking for a lot. I'm not asking for it. I just want this fairy dragon so then we can start breeding the Pangu. Let's go. Well, that's a longer breeding time. That's definitely not what I wanted. I mean, the longer the breeding time, the less I can rebreed. So if anything, that's even worse. Well, fantastic, I guess. I've been putting a lot of spring cherries in. We've been getting a lot of food and that. But I don't want it. I mean, we're gonna have the Pangu tomorrow. What else do you want me to do, game? I mean, what's the way that I could bypass the system and potentially get given the fairy just so I can try and breed the Pangu? I mean, you gotta remember that even if you do manage to breed the fairy dragon, there's no guarantee you're still gonna breed the Pangu anyway. I mean, we're basically relying on breeding 2 very rare dragons, one straight after the other. So the chances of breeding the Pangu are probably really low anyway, like they were for the Aphrodite. And then the chances to breed the fairy are like, what, 3-4%-ish? Something like that. So, I don't know. I give up. For now, we'll just do all of our heroic mode fights, our blue map fights. I have a ton of portal gems saved up at the moment. And I don't know, I haven't really been doing too much with them. I use all my auto battle tickets on the heroic mode fights normally just so I can get them done quicker, but I probably shouldn't. Probably should not overall. I mean, we might as well just do them if we've got this replaceable energy, or energy that at least refills, if you know what I mean. But you know, I did look on the Gameloft forums in the dragon suggestion section, I think it was yesterday, and I actually saw some cool dragons in there. One in particular that someone made for me, I guess, in a way, which was pretty cute. So the next time that I do, like, DML art, or we have a look at it together, I'll definitely be going through all of the Gameloft forum stuff. I'll go through anything that's been posted in the Discord as well, probably, because we always get fan art and that sent into the Discord. And then anything that I see on Facebook as well, I guess, as long as people still want it shown off, I suppose, but... You know, like I said, I do like looking at art. Art's nice and pretty. I'm more of a realist, if anything else. Like, I don't like super abstract stuff just for the sake of it. Like, some people, you'll find a canvas, right? And it'll have a red background, and then it'll look like someone's just thrown paint on it. And then some art critics will go, oh my god, it shows their vibrant emotions on the canvas, oh dearie me. And I'm like, no. That actually looks like they just threw a bucket of paint on the canvas because they wanted to. I know there's nothing wrong with doing that, but I don't like to assume things, let's say. I don't like assuming artists' thoughts about their artwork and stuff like that, which is why abstract pieces aren't really my thing. You know, some people say that they enhance a person's ability to tell a story or something like that. Not really my type of thing. I just like things that look like what they're meant to be, drawn nicely, or painted nicely, or, you know, digitalized, I guess. Probably a better word for that, but, you know, drawn digitally well is my thing. You can still have kind of weird designs, like instead of having a black outline, you can have blue outlines, or you can, like, invert the colors, or... You can, instead of painting something green, you paint it blue, so it's a different shade. Like, that's fine. But it's when there's, it's just weird stuff. Like, I'm talking about really out there stuff, is the stuff that I don't like. But, you know, each to their own. If you're an avid art fan and that's the stuff that you really like, then, you know, all the power to you. And at the end of the day, if other people like your artwork, might as well keep doing it. Just because one negative Nancy like me doesn't like it, doesn't mean you should stop. And it's so easy to just look at a piece of art and go, hey, that's cool. And then, you know, just sort of move on with your day. But just imagine how much time actually goes into all the art you see. Like, even stuff that looks pretty simple, a lot of the time takes at least quite a few hours out of the day. There are people that can do, like, speed painting, if you've ever seen that before, where they literally make, like, full painted portraits in, like, an hour, or, like, half an hour. And that's pretty insane. But overall, all that matters is the end result, to be honest. I mean, it doesn't matter how quick or how slow it was, as long as it looks fine. I don't know, some people like to do that. Like, when I was a kid, I always used to go, hey, I can draw pictures really fast. And I don't know, I think I used to almost find a sense of egotism from that in a way. It's like, why? Doesn't matter how fast you draw the damn picture. I mean, you're just trying to draw something. As long as you get to the goal, does it really matter how long it takes? Like, if you wanted to become the richest person on Earth, does it really matter whether that takes you a day or your whole life? I don't think it does. I don't know, maybe some would disagree. Maybe some people would say, yeah, well, if you do it sooner, that means you've done better. But I mean, you've accomplished the same thing. Although, if you get it earlier, the money, I guess you've got a lot more time to sort of spend it. Although you could say if you get all the money in the world, and you can have whatever you want, then you'd probably be, like, spoiled. And then, where do you go from there? How do you get better than that? Like, what's the next goal after that point? Complete world domination? I mean, if you had all the money in the world, you could definitely probably make that happen. Just... I don't know, I think if you get things too early, get all your goals finished and ticked off at such an early age, or earlier, I think that's a bad thing. Like, wouldn't you like to be, if you were on your deathbed, let's say, wouldn't you like the last thing that you sort of do towards the end of your life, wouldn't you love for that to be something that I don't know, something that you actually accomplished. So then you'll be like, ah, I've finally done it. And then, you know, you can move on, pass on, do whatever the heck happens when you die. You know, you can do that and not feel regret. And you don't have too much time to sit there wallowing in self-pity thinking, what the heck can I do now? I'm bored. Well, I don't know how I get so incredibly sidetracked sometimes when I play this game, but I feel like this is going to be a recurring theme for the rest of my life, where, you know, we're meant to be taking care of dragons and, I don't know, trying to breed divines that we'll never get, but I don't know, my mind likes to wander, takes us in different places. I'm still considering, do I want to level up my Tai Zenrin on my Android account? Because I do have the Tai, I do have the Nezha, I don't think I'll use the Nezha though. I do have the Erlang Shen on my other account as well. I'm thinking maybe I should be using the Tai Zenrin on my Android account, but I'll have to wait and see. Thank you for the gem, by the way, mister. But I think after I collect this, this chest and hopefully a rune shard, you're gonna give me a Chronosian's shard? You wanna do it, game? No, of course not. Why would you? But I'm gonna head off as soon as I've finished refreshing all of this. Okay, those were pretty pants options. But alas, you know, the Divine New Year event is, or this chapter of it is going to be ending in a day. Then obviously we do have the epilogue coming up. I don't know how many dragons you got out of this chapter. So far I only have one. Technically two. I do have the Changeling on my other account as well. But, you know, for the most part, I've pretty much given up on any semblance of hope of getting the Chang, because I just didn't care enough about getting all the tickets. It just takes too long. Bleh, can't be bothered. But best of luck if you're doing anything, or you're trying to get pieces for these dragons. Best of luck if you're trying to breed this pain in the butt. And until next time, I suppose I will see you then.